Good evening, Southeast Texas. Watching showers and thunderstorms into southwest Louisiana. They are headed our way, particularly in the Triangle. Probably not hitting Tyler County for a change. Over the next 15 minutes, we're going to take your questions, and we are also going to delve into the next, in the next 15 minutes, delve in detail as far as our forecast over the next 7 days. Heavy rain. The winds were kind of impressive as this line moved through southwest Louisiana over towards Lake Charles. This is part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. Evening storms, particularly here in the Triangle between, say, now and about 10 this evening. More shower and thunderstorm activity coming up Friday and Saturday. That all moves out and high pressure rebuilds over the area. So say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday looks hot and mainly dry with highs bouncing back up into the mid 90s. And then as we take a look at next Thursday, the moisture that is shunted away from our area, say Sunday, and goes into the Central Plains will be recirculated and brought back into our area, maybe coming out of Louisiana as we head towards next Thursday. So let's get right to it. Quite a bit of lightning over towards and near Deweyville. There are severe thunderstorm warnings. They're borderline because the winds that I've seen are only around 50 miles an hour. Technically, severe thunderstorms are 57 miles an hour and greater. So regardless, they're borderline. As you can see over towards Deweyville, number of lightning strikes. And this line is quickly moving off to the southwest, even faster than what modeling is showing. But as you can see, that line now over towards Big Lake and heading over towards, say, Port Arthur, Sabine Pass, heads up over towards Beaumont and Orange over the next hour or so. And again, this is borderline severe from what I'm seeing. So we'll take a look and sample how fast the winds are going. That's 48 miles an hour. That's not severe. Let's see. That's 44. 53. You need 57 to be technically severe. I don't see this as severe. 46. 46. 41. Okay, so I don't think it's severe, but it is on the border, and it is going to be certainly strong thunderstorms as they head southwestward. So heads up BC, Orange, back over to Port Arthur and Sabine Pass as this line, if it holds together, continues to head your way over the next probably hour or so. Looks like it'll be in Orange by about 7:30 or so. As you can see, modeling showing this. Doing a pretty good job, not as good as it did earlier, but it covers all of the Triangle, as you can see, over the next couple of hours. It'll be weakening after about 9 p.m. and it's just rain by 10:30 and later tonight, and then we get a break and we'll do it all over again as we work on in to, say, Friday and Saturday. It's hot in northwest Texas, but again, it's all eyes off towards our east and off into the Gulf. And as you can see, disorganized, nothing organized. And it does look like we will see something similar to this coming up over the next couple days, where we could see rounds of heavy rainfall. This is what we expect over the next couple of days. Not everybody getting it. We'll see rounds on again, off again through the day tomorrow and also into Saturday before things start drying up Sunday. And it's because of this weak tropical disturbance. Yes, there is a weak low. No, we don't think it's going to develop, but it is going to move ashore over into the Texas coastline coming up tomorrow. And again, these lines of shower and thunderstorm activity will pivot into our area. But again, with the low somewhere in this vicinity, it's devoid of any shower and thunderstorm activity for the most part. That's not indicative of the system strengthening. So this is just not going to happen. So Futurecast showing those showers and storms moving through this evening. We get a break. And as we head through tomorrow afternoon, we ought to see a resurgence of shower and thunderstorm activity. Now, this is just one model, as I was saying all evening. Periods of rain and thunderstorm activity coming in from the southeast rather than from the east, like what we're seeing now, as that low pivots on in, or at least the trough pivots on into the Texas coastline as we work on into tomorrow afternoon. It's all due to this impressive surge of tropical moisture moving in to the upper Texas coastline due to this tropical disturbance. And you can see it out in the Gulf. It'll be headed towards the Texas coastline, There it is, late tomorrow. These are disturbances, quite a bit of moisture. So when you have this amount of moisture in the atmosphere, you get thunderstorms like what we're seeing now. They will put down heavy rainfall. We're talking 1, 2, 3-inch rainfall rates per hour. And if that sits over your area for an hour or two, then you could have some street flooding. And that is a possibility tomorrow. And then tomorrow, the moisture begins, or I should say towards Saturday, we still got enough to warrant a good 60, maybe 70% coverage. I don't think it's going to be quite as heavy. And then on Sunday, the moisture begins working out of our area, and it looks like just typical afternoon showers and storms. Then look what happens as we head towards, say, Monday of next week. High pressure redevelops pretty close to southeast Texas, right in this vicinity. And what happens is with the flow around it in a clockwise fashion, that will drag in this moisture back into our area, we think, as we head towards, say, Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Put this into motion, and yeah, it kind of comes back into our area from the north and east. So any shower and thunderstorm activity, because the winds are stronger during this time, would be advected or transported into southeast Texas, I think probably towards Wednesday and Thursday. Right now, because of that low confidence forecast, we'll go with a 20 to 30% coverage at this time, but it certainly will be more if that doesn't materialize. Otherwise, as far as amount of moisture in the atmosphere, we'll take a look at radar again here in just a second. You can see there, we've been talking about this for days. Tropical moisture will well up the scale as we head towards Friday and Saturday, but it does start going down as we work on in to, say, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So rain chances will be very low coming up Monday, Tuesday, and probably Wednesday. Thursday is when I think that we could see a better chance of rain and thunderstorms. So 70, maybe 80% coverage tomorrow, 60, maybe 70% coverage on Saturday. Again, it's not going to be raining wall to wall Friday and Saturday, but there could be some locally heavy rainfall. Pretty normal stuff on Sunday, though. We think about a 30, maybe 40% coverage across our area. And as I was saying, then as we head on into, say, Tuesday of next week, that's when we think that the rain chances will really go down across the areas that high pressure builds through southeast Texas. Most of us are concerned about the forecast tonight. And again, looks like about a 50 to 70% coverage, lesser amounts up in the lakes area. It'd be probably towards Burkeville, Newton, back over to Kirbyville, and Buna, Beaumont, Vidor, back over to Orange, BC, Port Arthur, LaBelle, and Sabine Pass over to Fannett this evening with about a 50 to 70% coverage of evening showers and storms. Most of the activity should be winding down after about, 9:30, 10 o'clock this evening from all I've seen as far as modeling. And then tomorrow, again, about a 70% coverage of showers and thunderstorms. Again, these are going to be coming off the Gulf rather than from our east like they are tonight. And so may get an early start here in the Triangle, and then it's more towards the early to mid-afternoon hours up in the lakes area from everything I've seen. Otherwise, mostly cloudy. I may be a little cool on afternoon highs, particularly in the Triangle, and the reason is I'm not quite sure exactly when the shower and thunderstorm activity is going to start along the coastline. So upper 80s, maybe lower 90s if we get a little bit of sun, and that is certainly possible across our area tomorrow. So here's our forecast, the rainfall forecast. I have not included the high-res short-term models because they only go out 48 hours, so that's not enough time to go through at least Saturday and Sunday. So we're using long-range global models. As you can see, anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches to maybe 1 3/4 inches through Sunday. And the average of all those together would be 1.3 inches of rainfall. This is for Beaumont. Lower amounts are expected in the lakes area. Higher amounts are expected along the coastline, obviously, with a tropical system. So it seems reasonable of 1 to 3 inches in the Triangle. Some heavier totals are possible here in the Triangle and closer to the coastline. And up in the lakes area, 1/2 inch, maybe upwards of 2 inches. And that's through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, with dry weather returning maybe Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, or if not, low chances and highs in the mid-90s. And that's your 7-day weather impact forecast. So let's get back to the rain and thunderstorm activity on radar. Let me zip through this and Yeah, it's coming on into Kirbyville. This line, these lines that you see here, you can see the shower and thunderstorm activity, but do you see these lines? Think of those as cold fronts. They're rain-cooled lines. See, the cold or the rain cools the atmosphere. That cool air falls out of the thunderstorm, hits the ground, and moves out like a cold front. That's what you're seeing on radar. So you can have maybe south winds in Port Arthur, but over towards Lake Charles, the winds are out of the north and east because of that line of shower and thunderstorm activity. Your temperatures will go down because of the rain. Lots of lightning with this, particularly over towards Cameron, Big Lake, and southwest Louisiana, and over towards Bayou Chupik, back over towards Deweyville. Lots of lightning. And there is technically a severe thunderstorm warning, officially I should say, in through Cameron Parish, back over towards Hackberry and Lake Charles, just south of Lake Charles. Again, the winds are problematic, as I showed. Okay, that looks a little better. Let's see, are we going to be at 57 miles an hour? Yes, we are at 70-mile-per-hour winds. That is a severe thunderstorm, 74 miles an hour. Now that is severe. Severe thunderstorm warning in through Cameron Parish. Let me go back. So what you're seeing is very strong winds of 60 to 75 miles an hour in through Cameron Parish. This is headed off towards the south and west, over towards back over to Sabine Pass. It's probably will weaken, but again, that's what we're going to be watching on Doppler radar. As you can see, again, strong winds out of this, 70 to 74 miles an hour. Now that is a severe thunderstorm that is moving through Cameron Parish at this time, moving off to the southwest at about 25 to 30 miles an hour the way it looks now. And I am getting my cell phone. Let's see, I have no questions right now. Nope. So I'm going to my radar scope on my phone. I have an app that is probably the best in the world. It's called Radar Scope. If you're serious about radar, you'll see what I mean if you download it. But anyway, let me see how fast this is going. Storm tracks. This is going south and southwest at 24 knots, so almost 30 miles an hour. So that is moving southwest at almost 30 miles an hour. Let me back up. Yeah, so this is moving. Can we move that, Denise, take that tag, that lower third off? Thank you. That is moving south and southwest at about 30 miles an hour, not surprising. So it's not going to be far away from Sabine Pass within the next probably 45 minutes to an hour, maybe Port Arthur. But we are detecting winds right in here, right around, let's see, around 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Yep, let's take a look at that again. And again, this white means that the air is moving away from the radar site. The radar site is right there, okay? So the winds are blowing away from Lake Charles, that radar site. So that's how you're able to determine if there is any rotation. I don't see any rotation. I don't think there's going to be any rotation, but what we are seeing is strong straight line winds. Yep, right there in rural Cameron Parish of consistently 70 miles an hour, 65 to 70 miles an hour. That is a bona fide severe thunderstorm moving through southwest Louisiana to the southwest at around right around 30 miles an hour, 25 to 30 miles